Hi and welcome to a Yoga Flow with me, Jessie. I'll be your yoga teacher today. We're going to be working through a strength movement flow with a bit of mobility, working at your end range to increase flexibility and strength within your movement. So we're going to start with a nice kneeling position, but if this isn't right for you, take whatever seat feels comfortable, whether that be cross-legged, on a block with a pillow underneath you, anywhere that feels comfortable. Okay, and when we're here, we're going to rest our hands, palms facing upwards, on our thighs and close down the eyes. Now take some deep breaths in through the nose, maybe out through the mouth to start with. Finding some peace here. And just letting yourself land on the mat before your yoga practice today. Leaving everything that's happened in the day, the week, the month thus far behind and creating some fresh space on the mat. Okay, we're going to take a really deep breath in through the nose. And when you feel like you can't take in any more air, take another sip. And then exhale out through the mouth. You can sigh it out here. 2 more like that. Really deep inhale in. Fill up through the stomach. 1 more sip at the top. And exhale, release. A final one. Breathe in deeply. And exhale, really release. Let it go. Great. Blink open the eyes, wiggle the fingertips. We're going to place the left hand down beside us, clench the fist, and then move the right ear over to the right shoulder. Now, clenching the fist and pulling away with that hand means that the stretch in the left side body is going to be stronger. Inhale back to center, exhale other side. Right arm moves away, fist clench, left ear to left shoulder. Great. Inhale back to center. Exhale, right ear comes over. Inhale, center. Exhale, left ear comes over. Maybe you want to close the eyes and follow your breath, taking this movement in your own time. Maybe on the inhale, instead of coming up through center, you want to bring your chin down to your chest and roll around, opening through the back of your neck as well as the sides. And then maybe you want to take the head all the way round in big circles, opening the throat. If you take a circle one way, remember to come back the other way, still pushing away through the hands. Great. And then we're going to place the palms forwards, tuck through the toes, and walk the hands back up the thighs, opening through the fascia in the back of the feet here. Great, just a second here, maybe rolling out the wrists. Then untuck the toes, walk the hands behind you and bring the knees away from the earth. Stay open in the chest, gaze is up, and opening through the front of the ankles. Then we'll walk the hands forwards, push away from the earth, tuck the toes out and step back to a high plank. In this high plank, I want you to imagine you're really pushing away from the earth, rainbowing through the shoulder blades, creating a nice long line. Holding here, taking some deep breaths. On an inhale, gaze forwards. Exhale, lead with your hips, push back to a downward facing dog. Maybe pedaling out through the feet. So feet are hip width apart. The intention is for the heels to release towards the earth. But if they don't reach, that's fine. Knees can be bent. The most important thing is to try and get the hips up towards the sky. Rotate the arms in so that the eyes of the elbows face forwards and push through each finger, finding a really strong pose here. And then breathe. Inhale, look forwards. Exhale, bend your knees. And as you inhale, slowly walk to the top of your mat. Maybe keeping the knees bent, trying to keep the hands on the earth. Feet come hip width apart, release the head, and maybe sway from side to side. Great, heel toe the feet into touch. Bend the knees, and as we inhale, we're going to slowly roll all the way up to a standing position, Tadasana. Feet are wide, kneecaps rise up, quads are engaged. Pull up through the midline, engaging the core, letting the shoulder blades glide down your back body and feeling grounded in your heels. Finding a nice strong mountain pose here. Inhale, gaze up, arms reach up overhead. As you exhale, hands either come down through mid-center or swan dive down, engaging through the glutes as you release. Inhale, we'll halfway lift, fingertips to the ground, your shins or your thighs, whatever feels good. Exhale, plant the hands and step back to a high plank. Remember that integrity that we had here. Inhale, exhale, push back to a downward facing dog. As you inhale, we're going to raise up onto the balls of the feet, curl through the spine and come to a nice strong plank. Exhale, curl through the spine, push back, lead with the hips, back to a downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forwards, high plank. Exhale, back to your downward facing dog, maybe bending through the knees. One more, inhale, forwards. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time as you come forwards, stay in your high plank. Maybe you release your knees down and untuck your toes. Or maybe you stay up and we'll come down through chaturanga. Everyone keep your elbows as close to your sides as possible. Maybe releasing all the way to the floor or stopping here. Elbows at 90 degrees and then coming up on an inhale to your up dog or cobra. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Remembering that you can always take a child's pose if you need. Pedal through the feet, breathe. Inhale, plant through your left foot, raise that right foot up. Try and keep the hips nice and square. Exhale, step the right foot through, coming into a high lunge on an inhale. Remembering to keep the hips square to the front, so you might want to walk your right foot out a little. Inhale, arms up. As you exhale, bend through the back knee, cactus the arms, gaze forwards. Don't let the back knee touch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend, open through the chest. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, get deep. One more inhale. Exhale, bend. Lovely. Inhale, we'll come up tall. Exhale, plant the palms down. We're going to do some mobility, a nice step through here. So hold the left arm to the floor. Bring the right hand up towards your face. Arch through the back. Bring the left knee in towards the chest, in towards the chin. Trying to keep that right heel on the ground. Step through. Inhale, the left knee comes back in towards the chest. Step back into your lunge. Inhale, right arm comes up. Nice, easy twist. Exhale here. On your next inhale, come up to a twisted lunge, gazing over your right fingertips. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, back to your high lunge. Exhale, plant the palms. Step back, right leg can stay up if you'd like. Work through your chaturanga. Inhale to an upward facing dog or a cobra. And exhale back to your downward facing dog. Breathe deeply. Lovely. And we'll inhale, the left leg comes up and overhead. Exhale, step it through. Coming into a high lunge on an inhale. Exhale, bend through the back knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, work through those quads, gaze up, open the chest. Inhale, expand. Last exhale, inhale, and then we'll reach the arms down, push the earth away with the right arm, bring the left hand up towards the forehead. Inhale, the right knee comes in towards the chest. Exhale, extend it out. Inhale, right knee into chest. Exhale, step back into your low lunge. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale here. Inhale into your twisted lunge. Take another exhale. Inhale. Exhale, plant the palms. Step the left leg back, maybe it stays up, working through your vinyasa. Everyone meeting in a downward facing dog. Good work. Working through those rolls again, so inhale to come forwards into your high plank, and exhale to push back into a downward facing dog. Inhale again. Exhale, really working through this movement, finding something that feels authentic for you, and then coming into a downward facing dog. Great. Inhale, gaze towards the top of your mat. Exhale, bend through the knees. Step, hop, jump towards the top. Inhale, we'll halfway lift. Exhale, release down, maybe bending through the knees, finding some movement. Inhale as we slowly roll all the way up till centre and shake it out. Let yourself feel silly. Shake out what we've done so far, we're nearly there. And then find a place of stillness at the top of your mat. Coming back to that breath. Great. Move the weight into your left foot. On an inhale, we're going to bring the right knee in towards the chest. Now to stay stable here, we're going to find a drishti point. So that's one point in front of us that's not moving, and just gaze at that. Great. Now maybe you keep your knee here. Maybe you hold on to it and bring it out to the side. Maybe you hold here. Maybe instead you hold your big toe with your peace fingers and extend it here, and then bring it out to the side instead. Wherever you are, breathe. If your leg's extended to the side, if you want to challenge yourself, you can gaze over your left hand side. Feel into those wobbles. Inhale, we'll come back to center. Exhale, release the leg. Try and keep it in the same position. Really working through your quad. Inhale. Exhale, hinge from the hips, coming through into a warrior three. Arms can be extended in front of you, at heart center, or behind you. You can point your toes, you can dorsiflex your toes, as long as that leg's active. Great, one more inhale. Exhale, release the hands down, keeping that leg there in this lovely T shape. Staying on the fingertips, we inhale. As we exhale, let's rotate through that hip, bringing the right leg out to the right side. Toes stay active. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, over to the side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, last one over to the side. Inhale, back to your T shape. See if you can come back through a warrior three. And then inhale to bring the knee up in towards the chest. And exhale, release. Shake it out. Great balancing work. Back to the center. Come back to your breath. Shift the weight over into the right foot. Inhale, left knee comes in towards the chest. Again, you can hold on to the knee, maybe bring it out to the side. You can even grab a strap and put it around your foot, or get your big toe with your peace fingers. You inhale to extend. Now, if the leg's bent, that's fine. Concentrate on drawing that shoulder back in towards the socket. As you exhale, you can open it out towards the side. Breathing nice and deeply here. One more inhale. One more exhale. Inhale, we'll come back to center. And on an exhale, release the toes, trying to keep that leg up where it was. Inhale. Exhale, hinge from the hips, coming back into your warrior three. Gazing at that point in front of you, trying to make sure your hips are square here, engaging through the glutes. And then exhale to bring the fingertips to the earth, staying in this T shape. Now imagine that you're drawing your little toe towards the earth to try and make sure that your hips are square and you're not opening here into a half moon kind of pose. Great. On an exhale, we'll bring the leg over to the side. And inhale, left leg back to center into your T shape. Exhale, left leg goes to the left hand side. Inhale, back to center. Last one. Follow your breath. Let's try not to hold it. Great. And then maybe you get a little bit of a bend in your knee to try and come back to your warrior three, whichever arm variation suits you, before inhaling all the way up, knee into chest, exhaling, release. Inhale, up and overhead. Exhale, release all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step, hop, jump into a high plank. Maybe working through your vinyasa. Meeting in a downward facing dog. Let's come into a wide-legged down dog. So stepping the feet as wide as the yoga mat, maybe toes falling off the edge. Breathing here. And then walking the hands in as you sink the hips down, coming into a malasana, our yogi squat. So if you want to put blocks under your feet here, that's great. If you want to keep your hands on the earth, again, great. But if you're here, push into your knees with your elbows. Maybe close down the eyes. Taking a few breaths here as we start to wind down just a little. Great, and then extend your arms out. Hold here for a second, engaging through the glutes. And then exhale to bring the glutes down, rolling to a seated position. Coming straight into Navasana, boat pose. So shins stay parallel to the ceiling, knees close to your chest, palms face open. As you exhale, come down into a low boat, extending the legs, and inhale, back up. 2 more. Exhale to extend into low boat. Inhale, back to center. Last one, extend out. Inhale, back to center. And then slowly, we'll come all the way down to lie on our back. Maybe hugging the knees into the chest, rocking from side to side. Great. And then we'll place the soles of the feet together and let our knees come out to the side, coming into a Baddha Konasana. Hands can stay on your hips, can be extended out, palms facing up. One hand can be on your heart, one hand can be on your stomach. Or your hands can come behind your head. Maybe giving yourself a little massage with your thumbs on your neck. Taking some deep breaths. Inhale, bring the knees in towards the chest, hug them in tight. Inhale, keep that right knee in and extend the left leg, releasing it down to the earth. As you exhale, bring that right knee over to your left hand side, maybe extending your right arm out and gazing over the right hand. Coming into your supine twist, taking a few breaths here. Inhale, come back to center, give yourself a nice hug, maybe rock from side to side. As you inhale, extend the right leg, keeping the left knee in towards your chest. And as you exhale, draw that left knee over towards your right side, extending the left arm out. Maybe gazing over your left fingertips for a more intense stretch. Inhale, come back to center. Take any final poses you want. Maybe you want to come into a bridge, maybe a shoulder stand. Then when you're ready, we'll meet in a Shavasana. If you're coming straight to Shavasana with me, open your palms to the sky, maybe wiggle your shoulder blades in. Let your feet come out wide, let your toes fall out to the side. And then let's let ourselves relax. Let's take a deep releasing breath. So deep in through the nose. And exhale, sigh it out. Release into the ground. Feel the parts of you that are in contact with the earth. Feel yourself melt into the ground. And let yourself just be here, soaking up all the good work, all the effort that you just put into your lovely yoga practice today. Every time your mind wanders, come back to the sound of your breath. As you're ready, maybe find some movement, wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes, maybe rolling the ankles, the wrists, maybe finding a big stretch, or giving yourself a nice hug. When you're ready, we'll find a seated position, whether you want to rock up and down or roll onto your right side using your right arm as a pillow and your left hand to push you up. Keeping the eyes closed, come to a seated position of your choice. Palms face the sky. We'll take one more deep inhale here and exhale, release. Thank yourself for turning up on the mat. Place our palms to your heart center in Anjali Mudra. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.